Hello, and welcome to Folger Encores. I'm Donna Denizé, and I'm happy to be able to speak with you today. The Folger has been sharing selections from their plays, music, talks, and readings with you in this Encore series. This week, in honor of both Shakespeare's birthday and National Poetry Month, we're delighted to bring you a selection from the new Sonneteers, a reading in the OB Hardison Poetry Series featuring poets Malachi Black, Laurie and Guerrero, and A. Van Jordan. These three diverse and talented poets each tackled the sonnet in their work, and in doing so, breathed new life into a centuries-old form. I joined them in this event to moderate a wonderful conversation on what this 14-line structure has to offer both poets and lovers of poetry. One critic has said that the mark of a great poet is the way the poet uses what's already there. So in essence, great writers do not slavishly follow form, but rather use what's there to say what they have to say in their own time and place. It seems that this form is a perfect container for negotiating borders of gender, race, ethnic origin, aesthetics, artistic, and national borders. In fact, the sonnet is an international form, originating in Italy, moving to England, North America, then South America. Truly, it has moved across the globe, and it is an international form. So who, if anyone, owns the sonnet? Well, it's clear that one can explore the many crossroads of life through this most protean of poetic forms. Please be sure to join us again for these weekly episodes of Encores, highlighting all that the Folger has to offer. Thank you.
I'm going to begin in homage, reading one of my personal favorites from the sonnet collection we refer to as Shakespeare's sonnets, maybe a volume of which you've heard. This is the 53rd, actually a rather unusual poem for a variety of reasons that I think will make themselves plain. In terms of language that is eccentric or unusual to us, I think most notably would be tires, which refers to attire, clothing, not to any means of transport, and foison, which would just mean harvest. I think you guys probably know Adonis and Helen, both mythological figures celebrated for their tremendous human beauty. This, it seems to me, is at least literally a love poem to the sun. What is your substance? Whereof are you made, that millions of strange shadows on you tend? Since every one hath every one shade, and you but one can every shadow lend. Describe Adonis, and the counterfeit is poorly imitated after you. On Helen's cheek all art of beauty set, and you in Grecian tires are painted new. Speak of the spring and foison of the year. The one doth shadow of your beauty show, the other as your bounty doth appear, and you in every blessed shape we know. In all external grace you have some part, but you like none you for constant heart. I choose that text partly because the sun is in some inadvertent way relevant to a number of the texts I'd like to share with you this evening, all of which are sonnets. The first poem I will read will introduce the theme, I think, satisfactorily, and then I'll probably just proceed without much interstitial dialogue. I've never much excelled at it anyway. This first text is Insomnia and so on. Fat bed, lick the black cat in my mouth each morning. Unfasten all the bones that make a head and let me rest. unknown among the oboe-throated geese gone south to drop their down and sleep beside the outbound tides. Now there's no nighttime I can own that isn't anxious as a phone about to ring. Give me some doubt on loan. Give me a way to get away from what I know. I pace until the sun is in my window. I lie down. I'm a coal. I smolder to a bloodshot glow. Each day I die down in my bed of snow, undone by my red mind and what it woke. Against the glass, rocking in my midnight robe, I am alive, and in an eye again beside my kind insomniac, my phantom glass, companion and my only bride. This little window giving little shine to something. What I see, I keep alive. I name the species, I define the lurch and glimmer, sweep and pry of eyes against the faint reflecting glass, by what they can and what I can't quite grasp. I see a hand, still mine, outstretched in an attempt to catch the stars that drop as hailstones in the grass. I see them pass. These sleepless fingers sip from solid into gas. This is quarantine. Somehow I am sturdier, more sure than sea spray as I thicken through the bedroom door. I gleam of sickness. You give me morning, Lord, as you give earthquake to all architecture. I can forget. You put that sugar in the melon's breath, and it is wet with what you are. I too ferment. You rub the hum and simple warmth of summer from afar into the hips of insects and of everything. I can forget. And like the sea, one more machine without a memory, I don't believe that you made me.
I'm going to share from the book the first Shakespeare that I thought spoke to me. I literally thought he was speaking to me. It's sonnet number 29. When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least, yet in these thoughts myself most despising, haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. I'm going to read to you from my book, A Crown for Gomesindo, that I wrote in my year of grief after my grandfather passed. My grandfather who helped raise me, I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and my family is Tejano, and we have been there for generations. I took care of my grandfather the last 5 years of his life, and I wrote this book for the man who gave me my name, Guerrero, which means warrior, and I thought how best to repay him than to give him the crown that he deserved. I will not read all the crown. I will read some, and I'll skip around. I'll let you know. They all have titles, so I'm going to start with number 7. Newborns. Let us look at our reflections in the mud. See how in 4 months each of us has changed. What is your name without a body? My name without you here. I am new, what I never was. Suddenly I carry my newborn grief like a new mother. I nurse and swaddle my most fragile, my newest, my sweet. What festers in the bellies of strangers does not concern me. There is only this. I am the only mother. Mine is the only child. I decompose alongside you, wanting and not wanting everyone to see me. Off-balanced and leaking, my skin in strands, the oddity that was put in my hands. Number 14, en las costillas de la página, in the ribs of the page. Only the page on which to place your crown. Ink-soaked reliquary. Here goes your hat, your name, your skin, my love. My Gumecindo. Grandpa, meet me here all my life. Let us gather together in the ribs of the page. I will bear myself in the soft curve of your name. I will loosen, unbolt hinges from my nape. Let spill the garden you would have me tend. Praise the perfect hand of each artist, each perfect work, each perfect loss in every field we know or do not know. Mark the unringed finger of your left hand. Speak the names unspoken, the pulling apart of one from another. Let the record be the muse for the craft. Where else shall we live, Laurie? What's left?